Today we are going to talk about a very important topic, scholarships, and that also in our own city, Reynoldsburg. र आजको कार्यक्रम बहुतै महत्त्वपूर्ण छ। आज हामी स्कलरसिपको बारेमा कुराकानी गर्दैछौँ। आजको कुरा चाहिँ हामी धेरै अङ्ग्रेजी भाषामा गर्छौँ, कम्ती चाहिँ नेपाली भाषामा गर्छौँ। र तपाईँ अहिले कहाँबाट हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ, कताबाट हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ, तपाईँको सधैँ चाहिँ लेख्नुहोला र केही प्रश्नहरू भयो भने प्रश्न पनि राखिदिनु होला। त्यति भन्दै म आजका पाहुनालाई अगाडि निम्ताउन चाहन्छु। All right. So namaste, everyone.
Namaste.
All right. Thank you. So thank you for finding the time today. And as I mentioned before, we'll be talking in two different languages. One is English, another one is Nepali. As I'm asking the questions, you can make it a little bit shorter as much as you can. Doesn't mean that we stop the chain of thought. But there are viewers who will be speaking only Nepali. There are viewers who are speaking both the languages. So that is the only reason behind it. So before I start, or as I start, I would like to congratulate both Diana and Mamuna for receiving the scholarship in Reynoldsburg. So congratulations, and thank you for doing what you are doing all these days. And also, Devi, want to thank you for doing all the hard work behind making this possible. And I know that you've been working for the last many years, and the fruition is now we are seeing the students are getting those scholarships. So as we move forward, I think I'll ask, we start with the Memuna to introduce yourself, and you can tell who you are, and after that I will go and move forward that one.
Okay. So my name is Maimuna. I'm a senior at Reynoldsburg High School, the Livingston campus, but I also attend Fairfield Career Center for pre-nursing. So I'm there, I do my pre-nursing classes, but my goal in the future is to go into law, specifically medical malpractice. I really enjoy reading, spending time with my family, cooking, things of that sort. I speak 4 languages, if that's different. But yeah, I'm really honored to have been selected, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity.
All right, great. So what are the 4 languages? Can you tell those languages also? 4 languages, right?
Yes, English, Arabic, French, and Pular.
Pular. Which one is your mother tongue?
Pular and English.
Pular English, your mother. Wow, 4 languages here in high school. Great, congratulations. So thank you. We'll talk more about it once we come in the second one. So Diana, can you tell us who you are and what you do?
Yes, my name is Deanna Kendrick. I am a senior at Reynoldsburg High School Summit campus. I'm also part of Reynoldsburg Student Council, and I also am a member of Youth to Youth International, which is an organization prioritizing drug-free lifestyle for teenagers. I also am part of Inspire More, which is a youth-led organization as well. And I like to read and write and dance, and I'm a visual artist and a poet as well.
Great, congratulations. I know you are a poet, so definitely in a minute we'll be hearing some of your poetry today. And viewers, मसँग आज हामीसँग कवि पनि हुनुहुन्छ, डियाना जी कविता लेख्नुहुन्छ. So be ready to listen her poetry in a minute. So thank you. So Devi, and as we go moving forward, can you also please share who you are, what you do in general term?
Yes, my name is Debbie Dunlap, and I am the chair of the Reynoldsburg Education Foundation, which is a nonprofit group that is born here in Reynoldsburg, Ohio, and raises funds to give grants back to teachers in the classroom, and also raises funds for scholarships for students here in Reynoldsburg. So I've also served 8 years on the school board here in Reynoldsburg. I'm a career writer, and but now I've decided to go back to school, and I am earning my master's in education. I've written about education for a very long time, governed about education for a very long time, but now I've decided to be an educator myself.
Great. Congratulations again for that one as well. So you were also a writer in the Reynoldsburg magazine, which is now not there, but you wrote multiple articles, a number of articles on those magazines, right?
Yes. I mean, I've written for the Reynoldsburg Magazine. I've been a news director. I've done public affairs for a government agency overseas. I've written for professional other management groups. And so there are a lot of different, I've written for 2 local newspapers as well, covering education. So my whole life has really been dedicated to writing here in Reynoldsburg, but many other subjects before that, everything having to do with education, the military, and just general public affairs.
Right. Thank you. Let me tell the same thing into Nepali. दर्शकबिन तपाईँहरू कहाँबाट हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ आफ्नो सिटी लेख्दै जानुहोला, तपाईँको केही क्वेसन छ भने क्वेसन सोधिदिनुहोला। आज हामीसँग 2 जना विद्यार्थी हुनुहुन्छ जो ममुना र डियाना हुनुहुन्छ। उहाँहरूले स्कलरसिप पाउनु भएको छ रेनल्ड्सबर्गबाट। यो स्कलरसिपको बारेमा हामी कुराकानी गर्छौँ, उहाँहरूको जर्नी के रहेछ कसरी छ बारेमा कुराकानी गर्छौँ। र हामीसँग डेभिड डनल्याप भनेर हुनुहुन्छ, उहाँ चाहिँ रेनल्ड्सबर्ग एजुकेसन फाउन्डेसनको चेयरपर्सन हुनुहुन्छ र उहाँले धेरै आर्टिकलमा लेख्नु पनि पहिले लेख्नु पनि हुन्थ्यो र उहाँका धेरै कामहरू पनि छन् र अहिले यो जुन चाहिँ स्कलरसिप पाउनु भएको छ नानीहरूले यसको पछाडिको मेरुदण्ड चाहिँ उहाँ नै हुनुहुन्छ। Right, thank you. So now scholarship, when you get a scholarship, like I was talking with a few students today as I'm preparing for all these things. So I just thought, what is a scholarship to myself? So scholarship is not just a financial support, it is someone's being believe in your potential. That's what I thought. Okay. So maybe start with the Diana. So can you tell us what does the receiving a scholarship truly means to you? Then we'll go back to the scholarship portion of it.
Receiving a scholarship is really important to me because it helps slowly fund my my dream of attending Savannah College of Art and Design in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a very expensive school, so literally everything helps. So this was very important to me, and I'm very happy to have been able to receive this scholarship. And thank you for this opportunity.
Great. So you're planning to go to Georgia, right? For what is the name of the school? Atlanta, Georgia Planning.
Yes, Savannah
College.
Fine.
Okay, great. Congratulations for you already ready to go there. So Mamuna, can I ask the same question? What does the receiving a scholarship to you in your own thinking? How do you think with that one?
I would say obviously it's a really big financial help when it comes to university. A lot of the universities I was looking at are like anywhere between like $30,000 to $90,000 a year, which is like kind of insane. So obviously any amount of money, as Diana was saying, helps. And then also I think it's really important just kind of knowing that someone saw that in me, like someone read my writing or something and thought that I had what it takes to be worthy of that scholarship. And I think that belief factor was really important to me for my confidence.
Great. Thank you. Because why I'm asking these questions to you is because there are so many students, even if we talk about our own school here, Reynoldsburg, but among that many, 3 of you was chosen. So how important, like you are the one who picked up, and there so many people applied and you stand out. That means it is not an easy thing. It's not that it's given, that you earned that one, right? So congratulations again for that one. And I would like other people who are watching this, you are the inspiration to them, and hopefully in the near future, next year, seniors will be following your path and getting more people coming and applying for scholarship and again getting the scholarship. So Devi, now I'm coming back to you. So the scholarship idea, I mean, maybe there are multiple organizations came forward and gave the scholarship, but the idea I think is planted by Reynoldsburg Education Foundation and many people involved in the Education Foundation. Can you briefly tell us about why and what you do behind the scene about the scholarship things?
Well, I think I'll talk a little bit just quickly from the 30,000 foot view, just generally what the Education Foundation does with scholarships. Again, we fund classroom grants for teachers, but we know that it's very important that students are able to take advantage of opportunities, whether it is going to college or something that is post high school or during high school. So the Education Foundation funds a number of different scholarships. One of those is for 8th grade students to be able to go to Washington, D.C., to experience Washington, D.C., to be able to experience democracy as it happens, and just have that opportunity to just understand all the different things that our legislators do to make this country just so great. So we also have some other scholarships that we fund. This one, they're one of three, again, that we help fund, and that's the Martin Luther King Jr. Scholarship. So this one in particular, we work with the city of Reynoldsburg and Jeanette Strickland, who was kind of like the designer of the entire scholarship breakfast. And we spearhead searching for those students who are expressing themselves in a very meaningful and beautiful way. And I have to say about the scholarship applicants this year, ladies, both of you included, we had so many applications and they were so moving. And one thing I heard time and time again from the people who were reading these and ranking and rating them, what a difficult job that was, because our young people, and you two included, are just wise beyond your word or beyond your years. We live in a very diverse community here in Reynoldsburg, and to see students with such conviction and with such passion stand up and speak up about those things that they believe very strongly in is just beautiful to witness. And we were able to all hear that at the breakfast itself. So we are so happy to be able to help bring this to fruition. Certainly, as you said, Buin, there are others that help fund it as well. There were three sponsors, Victoria's Secret, ourselves, and the Visitors Bureau here in Reynoldsburg. So, we would be nowhere without those to help us sponsor this.
All right, thank you. You already answered my second question. I was thinking, what does education, Reynoldsburg Education Foundation does? That was my second question. I'll be asking that question anyway, but that was my other question I had thought of asking to you. But great. So now I'm coming back to Diana. As we are talking about, because David talked about how the scholarship fruition came back. So can you tell us, because you started school in Columbus and up to 8th grade, then come back to Reynoldsburg for high school and completed high school. Can you a little bit share about your journey in the schooling? Most likely I'm talking about the high school. The reason behind I'm asking is because some of the viewers, they are watching from outside the United States. They have very limited idea how does the school work in the United States, and also how the scholarship process work. So those viewers, it will be very helpful for them. They are curious about your journey in the school. So whatever you wanted to share, if you want, can you just talk about that?
As far as my experience with Reynoldsburg City Schools go, I really do enjoy being at Summit because one thing that I truly like about the school is like how passionate the teachers are that teach us. You can tell they really care about what they're teaching, and like they're really passionate about what they're teaching, and they're always like willing to help and like willing to answer questions. And I really do appreciate that about Reynoldsburg Summit specifically. I went to Livingston freshman year. That was nice too. I did like my teachers freshman year. But yes, I have enjoyed being in Reynoldsburg City Schools. Yes. Was there anything else that?
I mean, your journey for this scholarship applications, how did you find out, and how does that work, and all those things?
Okay. I found out about this scholarship through the Google Classroom, the senior Google Classroom we have. Some of the counselors posted about it. The application wasn't difficult. Yeah, I enjoyed doing it.
Awesome, great. Okay, Mamuna, I'm asking the same question to you. Can you share about, because your heritage is Ghanaian, right? Ghanaian, and so
Guinean, yeah.
Guinean. Sorry, my bad. That one Guinean, right? And you have a little bit of different kind of, as an immigrant, heritage, recent immigrant maybe, because I'm just relating to myself. There's a different environment at home and very different environment at school, and that's kind of, I don't want to say fight, but tug of war between these two. Can you share your journey about how did you find out about this, and how was your schooling journey here in the United States?
I would say for my schooling journey, it definitely is a bit of a mix, just kind of going between, you have your cultural traditions and customs at home, and then you're at school with different traditions maybe than your parents are used to or the rest of your family. and kind of figuring out a way to merge those where you're still like staying true to yourself, I think. But I think especially being in Reynoldsburg, which is so diverse, it's been very helpful because you get to connect and learn about different cultures, and you don't feel like you need to like hide a part of yourself. So that's something I've definitely appreciated, and I feel like the teachers have been very open and like encouraging for people to express themselves. And then even with going to the Career Center, having that switch of now I'm doing something a bit more career oriented, but still having my academics. I kind of just got to explore a bit more of my future career and really be certain that that's what I want to do. When it comes to the scholarship application, I did also learn about it through the senior Google Classroom. I really liked the fact that it wasn't really based that much around like GPA and transcripts and everything. It was more so just, can you like be passionate and can you like tell your story and how you really feel about this topic? Because I think for me, it kind of also removed that idea of like, are my grades going to be good enough or something? It was just like, do your best and kind of let your work show for you. So I really like that aspect of the application.
All right, thank you. That's interesting. Why I'm telling this one is because whenever I'm finding some kind of story shared by the recent immigrant students, there's a very interesting mix of it. Some students really love the way it's been done. Some students have really big gap how to navigate the system, and somewhere in between. But I have not found anybody who had gone seamlessly like that. So I hear some part of that in you as well. So great. So maybe this thing something, Debbie, maybe this is something for us in the future to see how people are getting the information about the Google Classroom. So both of them they got from the Google Classroom. So great.
I tell you, that has been it's been a learning journey for us. How do we, each year we increase the number of students that we're reaching. And that is something definitely we try to pay attention to because, while we want it to be competitive, right? So that more students are becoming involved. I wish I could get everyone money, but that just shows you how passionate everyone is. So yes, we are standing up and we are taking notice every year and learning how do we best get to the students. So this has been very enlightening.
Great. I'm also figuring that out. So I have some of the comments here. Let me see. Tej Prasad Kafle says, there's a way of getting any type of scholarship for students from outside the United States. At this time, I don't know about it. I don't think any one of us know about it. Okay. And Julie Towns, very interesting. Thank you for sharing. Manarat Kalikote, nice. And Julie, love the diversity of our community. Thank you, Julie. And the next question, thank you so much. And audience, please keep on writing your questions or comments, and also please tell which city or which country you're watching from. That way, our students will be seeing your questions. I will forget to translate this into Nepali. This is how I'm, right? I'm only passionate hearing about you only. So उहाँहरूले भन्नुहुँदैछ उहाँ कसरी स्कलरसिप पाउनुभयो, उहाँहरू कसरी कुन कुन स्कुलमा जाँदै हुनुहुन्छ, कसरी पढ्दै हुनुहुन्छ र यहाँको स्कुलको व्यवस्था कस्तो छ भन्ने कुराहरू उहाँहरूले सेयर गर्नुभयो. तपाईँको एक क्वेसन छ भने कन्टिन्यू क्वेसन सोध्दै जानु होला. Thank you. So next question to you is, so already you brought me the what do you call the process of application. So maybe Diana, we'll start with you now. Can you share your poetry now, because you are a poet as well, and you had a very passionate poem that you share in the MLK breakfast there. I think many people in the audience, they would like to hear about that. If you can.
Yes, I can read the one I read there. Let me get up. Okay. Okay. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We all know his name. We all know his words. They tried to silence him, but his voice still echoes in the shadows despite his hushed voice, ringing in the ears of those who descended long after him, all of those who rose after his great fall. His words reverberate in the minds of little Black children around the world. I have a dream, he roared out to the nation. His dream was seen as unrealistic and deluded fantasy, but now his dream is my reality. I roam the halls of my school, Looking at the class of 2026, excellence exuding from the diverse student body, Black, brown, and white sharing space in a place where we can flourish and grow. I know part of him would be proud of how far we've come, but we still have work to do. Dr. King fought for advancement through the push for equity and nonviolence, unity. While we are no longer in a segregated society, our people are still slaughtered and silenced just as they were back then. We are no longer hosed by firemen for protests, but we still need to boycott companies who neglect and oppress us. Though we no longer face Jim Crow laws, we still have to fight to be heard and fight against those who try to devolve our society. While we are far from perfect, Dr. King fought for our rights and our freedoms. We created new ways of existing after his assassination. Now I can take up space even in the midst of white faces in white places. Opportunities I would have once been turned away from are now handed to me on a silver platter. I take pride in the fact that his legacy can be relayed through me. His passion inspires me to live out my wildest dreams. I will honor him by living audaciously and lovingly while fighting for justice, making an impact, and speaking up for myself. I want to be known for my words, known for the way I created unity and peace, known for the way I brought people together. I want to be known for the way I loved, known for the way I led, the way I fought for the things I cared about, the way I fought for my dream. Long after I am gone, I too will be remembered for the dreams that I had that came to fruition. Soon, they'll know my name.
Wow.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Congratulations again. You just give a goosebump and all those things. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you wrote yourself, right? This one you wrote, right?
Yes, I did.
Wow. 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 Congratulations again. You're just so powerful. I was having a lot of goosebumps there and right now as well. I have a person watching from Bhutan. Tej Prasad Kafle is watching from Bhutan. So when I talk about Bhutan, I was born in Bhutan. The name of the village is Sure. And I was talking about Dr. King. It reminds me a lot about that one today. Like Dr. King here, a lot of people in outside the United States that don't know about Jim Crow. They don't know because I did not know before coming to the United States. I did not know about anything about white, black, slavery, Jim Crow. I have no clue. All those things have never been taught outside. So now after coming here and learning about it, and this is a new thing, as I'm learning, as I'm hearing from this, your poetry and all those things, this is an inspiration. I think many more young leaders will be making poems and writings, and those things will be energizing us and making us realize the dream of Dr. King. Thank you for doing that. Thank you so much. Let's see, Tika Dungana is watching from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Bhuvan, and other folks for giving wonderful information about opportunities. Dr. King is a hero of our country. Definitely. I agree. Thank you. And the person said, Dami means like excellent. That's written in Nepali, and Dami means excellent. That's what it is. And Julie, excellent. Thank you for sharing your talent. Thank you, Julie. Now, Mamuna, I did not tell you, but I told Diana about to recite that creation. Did you bring your thing today or no?
I have it upstairs. Would I be able to go grab it?
Okay, you can grab it because that's my fault that I did not tell you, but yeah, you can grab it. So as she's coming, Devi, let me ask you about Reynoldsburg Education Foundation and the upcoming event that you are planning, and this February 7th. I want to say October, but
No.
February 7th.
Right. It used to be in September, but we've changed it up this year. So it's our annual gala and auction. We have this every year to help raise funds for teacher mini grants in the classroom. We used to give out $250 grants to teachers in the classroom to bring out their innovative ideas and bring those to students. Then it became $300. And this year, because of such successful events and and some very giving people and support from our community, we have now increased that to $500 grants. And so what this event that's coming up on February 7th, our gala and auction, is a chance for everybody just to get together and have a good time. And it's been a dressy event, but now this year is the very first time we're changing things up a little bit, and it is actually a disco. So I don't know, is that sort of an American thing, 1970s theme and disco with lights and what have you? So we honor our teachers and some staff members at this event. We have food, we have some drink, we have some dancing. We also have an auction where we have a number of different items that people can bid to win. And then we always have our student art that is for sale. So we work with some of our art students at the high school here in Reynoldsburg to come up with jewelry or paintings or photography. This is an event that is really for adults, but we want to remind everyone who comes to the gala that truly we're raising funds to help our students here in Reynoldsburg. And what better way than to showcase their art? Like Gianna did tonight, right? The written word, the spoken word is a part, it's art. But these are actual art pieces that people can buy and purchase. So that's October 7th at the Blacklick Golf Club. I'm sorry, you're getting me saying October. February 7th. February 7th. It's a week from this Saturday at Blacklick Golf Course, and it's from 6 to 10 o'clock. Again, lots of fun. We also added this year a bourbon pool. So we're going to have lots of different things and events and things that people can try and purchase. And again, all the money goes to grants for teachers in the classroom so they can bring some amazing opportunities to students.
Thank you. Let me talk this in Nepali as well for this one. यो फेब्रुअरी महिनाको 7 तारिक चाहिँ रेनल्ड्सबर्ग एजुकेसन फाउन्डेसनले फन्ड रेजिङ कार्यक्रम राखेको छ। यहाँबाट उठेको फन्ड चाहिँ यहाँ हाम्रो स्कुलमा रेनल्ड्सबर्ग सिटी स्कुलमा शिक्षकहरूलाई ग्रान्ट दिने गरिन्छ। जस्तो टिचरहरूले चाहिँ कोही बेला कतिजना हाम्रो नानीहरूले पेन्सिल लगेका हुँदैनन्, खाता लगेका हुँदैनन्, पुस्तक लगेका हुँदैनन्, कतिवटा सामान नपुगिरहेको हुन्छ। त्यो अवस्थामा टिचरहरूले त्यो पैसा प्रयोग गरेर चाहिँ हाम्रा नानीहरूलाई सहायता गर्ने गर्छन्। अगर तपाईँ पनि कोही चाहनुहुन्छ यस्तोमा मेन स्ट्रिम कम्युनिटीले गरेको कुरामा भाग लिन चाहनुहुन्छ, तपाईँ केही रकम दिन चाहनुहुन्छ भने यो फेब्रुअरी 7 तारिक छ र यो 7 तारिक आउनुभयो भने विभिन्न अरू पनि कार्यक्रमहरू छन्, त्यहाँ खाने ओर्नेको विभिन्न कुराहरू हुन्छन्, तर टिकट किन्नुपर्छ। त्यहाँ गएर तपाईँले आफूले सकेसम्मको सहायता गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। र तपाईँ कसैको पनि क्षमता छ भने सबैलाई म अनुरोध पनि गर्छु, जति सक्दो सानोतिनो रकम दिएर सहयोग गरौँ जहाँ सकिन्छ भने र आफ्नो क्षमताले भ्याउँछ भने। किनभने यो जुन मेन स्ट्रिम समाजले गरेको काममा हामी पनि सहभागी हुनु पनि पर्छ। सहभागी हुँदै सानोतिनो रकमले सहभागी हुँदै गएपछि हामी यो समाजसँग मिल्न पनि सक्छौँ, यहाँ कसरी काम गर्छ भन्ने कुरामा जानिन्छ। So Devi, one more question to ask you. If somebody like some of our viewers may be interested, right? How can they sign up? Can you also talk about that one? What is the process of signing up? How much is the cost of ticket and all those things?
So the tickets are $60, and again, it's dinner. It's your entrance fee for the dancing and the DJ, but then everything that you want to drink, we have an open bar as well. And you can visit our website at www.supereasyreynoldsburgeducationfoundation.org. It's just our name.org. And you can go to the gala. There's ticket information there. You can look us up on Facebook. Again, there are links there to purchase tickets. And if I could just add too, because we talk about these events where we raise money and we have a lot of fun, but we do put our money where our mouth is. And in the past 5 years, we have given over $35,000 in grants and scholarships to students and teachers here in Reynoldsburg. And that'll be increasing real soon, again, with this gala. So we also have $38,000 that has been, well, we invested $30,000 and we've made another $8,000 with the Columbus Foundation. So we're growing our dollars for the future. So we continue to give as well.
Great, thank you. र जो हेर्ने साथीहरू हुन्छ तपाईँलाई फेरि म सोध्न चाहे कुन सिटीबाट हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ प्लिज लेखिदिँदै जानु होला र तपाईँले नभुलिकन सेयर गरिदिनु होला है त। अनि त्यो छेउको बुढी अम्लो थिचेर चाहिँ लाइक कमेन्ट पनि गर्दै जानु होला। हवस्, धन्यवाद। So now, Memuna, now thank you. Now you brought your creation. I did not ask you that before. My bad. Can you just share? Can you tell a little bit about what is that, and can you share that one to our audience? Because why I'm asking that particular thing is the audience from outside the United States, they may not know, and how does these things work here in Reynoldsburg. So before that, you mentioned about school. I think Diana mentioned about Summit, and now we have two schools in Reynoldsburg, two high schools in Reynoldsburg. I mean, one, but like we call it Livingston campus and Summit campus. And also being in a high school, people also can do a career path, which Mamona is doing. So this is something very different for people who are not from here. So, I mean, just I'm sharing that to other people who are watching from outside. So yeah, please go ahead and share your creation.
So mine was a bit more of a letter, I guess, or like speech oriented compared to a poem. But okay. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. To me, these words spoken by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. are not just a quote to be said, but they are words to live by. They remind me of my own resilience, my ability to overcome, and the importance of pushing through. Nothing in life comes easy, but it is only with the mindset that when there is a will, there is a way that I can hope to make change. My goals are simple. I don't know that I will be the person to change the world, but I hope to change at least one person's world. For my sister and brothers, I want to show them that being young and Black in America does not have to be a hindrance. In fact, we can turn it into our greatest strength. The idea that a Black man deep in the throes of racism and segregation could choose to rise above and make his voice heard so that he could advocate for what he believed and dreamed America could one day be, and the idea that the same Black man would then be monumental in the passing of civil rights legislation and leave a lasting mark on the landscape of America as we know it today, proves that we do make a difference. It proves that we can be leaders. One of the most important aspects of leadership is the ability to prioritize the needs of the group over the wants of a singular person. Dr. King once said that an individual has not started living until he can rise above the narrow confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity. As I look into the future, I've realized that my goal is not just to better myself, it is to leave a meaningful impact on the communities I belong to. Dr. King's legacy is one of conviction, empathy, and courage. He reminds me every day of the need to stand firm in what I believe and advocate for those who can't do so themselves. As demonstrated through his historic marches, alone we can do little, but as a unit we can accomplish much. Legacy, what is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. Written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, these words perfectly describe the legacy Dr. King has left. While he may not be alive today to witness the impact he has made on me and countless others, his legacy lives on in every community we build, every change we make, and every heart we touch. Thank you.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. The last sentence, can you repeat the last two sentences?
While he may not be alive today to witness the impact he has made on me and countless others, his legacy lives on in every community we build, every change we make, and every heart we touch.
Wow. Thank you. That I mean, everything is important, but the last part is so important at this time, especially for, I mean, I don't know if I tell something that will be political or non-political, I don't care about much about it. But in current situation, for especially for immigrants and people of color, I think those last two sentences are so powerful. I was thinking when you were reciting there in the breakfast, I was feeling those sentences, not only hearing, but I was feeling like. Because had there been no civil rights laws passed in this country, had there been no Dr. King and a lot of people behind that thing, these things would have been, how would today been? Can we just imagine? Even after the civil rights laws and all those things, a lot of legislation, we see the reality in the ground of today's world and here in the United States. So thank you for coming up. Thank you for becoming the voice for many other people. I don't want to say for voiceless. I'd say for many other people who do have voice, but they don't want to come out. But you wrote that one in high school, and there's a lot to go. Thank you so much what you are doing. So as we are concluding, we are going towards the conclusion now. Maybe start from Diana. Can you, what advice do you want to give to the upcoming seniors in the future? Not only for seniors, maybe for the elementary school, middle school, high school, all kind of people will be watching your video right now. So can you share your thought or maybe word of wisdoms or whatever you want to say to those people?
I have a few quotes that I would like to share that have impacted my life personally and that I use as constant reminders to keep going forward. One quote that I like is procrastination. The price of procrastination is the life you could have lived. So that quote really impacts me because it reminds me how the things that I might wait for or that I may procrastinate about or that I may like, oh, I'm not going to do that right now, is like the cost of that is what I could be doing or what my dream is, like achieving what I want to. So I think that's a very important quote. Another one that I really like is, if it's not in your control, why worry? And if it is in your control, why worry? That one I have been repeating to myself a lot because I tend to be very anxious. And when I am feeling anxious, I just remind myself, if I can control this thing, why do I need to worry about it? And if I can't, so why worry about it? And also, there's also important scriptures that I like. Be anxious for nothing is one that I constantly repeat. Also, when I'm feeling anxious, worrying, overthinking, things that I really like that scripture. Yes, that's my advice. Or those are things that I like to repeat. Good reminders, I would say.
Great. I missed the last word of the first cost of procrastination. What is the last one?
Sorry, say it again.
They say the cost of procrastination is, I forget I couldn't catch the last word of that
Yes.
one.
The cost of procrastination is the life you could have lived.
Oh, life you could have lived.
Life you could
So,
have.
okay, because Nepali, Indira Pekuras is asking my sister in Harrisburg. She's telling you have to must tell in Nepali. So let me tell at least that in Nepali right now. The cost of procrastination is a life that you live. म्हणजे उहाँले के भन्नुहुँदैछ भने भरे गर्छु भोलि गर्छु पर्सि गर्छु भनेर जुन चाहिँ हामीले कुनै कामलाई पर सार्छौँ त्यसको मूल्य चाहिँ तपाईँको जीवनमा उत्रिन्छ कसरी तपाईँले पर सार्दै हुन्छ जीवनले चाहिँ पर सार्दै लान्छ भन्ने कुरा उहाँले गर्नुभयो एउटा कुरा भने अर्को कुरा चाहिँ भन्नुहुन्छ केही कुरा पनि तपाईँको कन्ट्रोलमा छ भने त्यसलाई आफूले आफ्नो नियन्त्रणमा राखेर त्यो कामलाई गर्ने सकिहाल्यो तर कुनै कुरा तपाईँको नियन्त्रणमा छ नियन्त्रणदेखि बाहिर छ भने त्यसमा पनि किन चिन्ता गर्ने नियन्त्रणमा छ भने नियन्त्रण भएको कुरालाई नियन्त्रणमा राख्ने आफू काम गर्ने चिन्ता गर्ने कुरै आएन कुनै कुरा नियन्त्रणमा छैन भने त्यसको कुरामा किन चिन्ता गर्ने यस्तो कुरा चाहिँ म आउने भावी विद्यार्थीहरू जो छन् उनीहरूलाई म यही कुरा सल्लाह दिन चाहन्छु म यो कुरा भन्न चाहन्छु भन्नुहुँदैछ thank you Diana. I think this is so important. There's a cost of procrastination in the life that you live. I will use these things in the future now. This is now give me, then I'm going to use these things, your quote. Thank you so much for that. So Memuna, do you want to share any thing to the upcoming seniors or other students who are watching this program?
I would say I probably have like two big things. The first is like, don't be afraid to get involved. I think sometimes we don't want to be involved, whether it's school or community or whatever. And I think that we're missing out on a lot of valuable social interaction and being able to make change in our communities when we get scared of like what people are going to think of us because we're choosing to get involved or put ourselves out there. And so I think it's very important just remembering to stay true to yourself and not worrying like what other people are thinking of you and surrounding yourself with people who are going to better you. And then also you're going to miss like 100% of the shots you don't take. So it's like, even if you don't think, oh, maybe I'm not going to get that scholarship or I'm not going to get into that college or something, it's like, at least try. Because when you take yourself out of the running, you don't have a chance at all. I think that's something I have to remind myself of. It's like, it's better to try and like fail, because at least when you fail, you're growing and you're learning something, than just kind of give up before you even start.
Wow. Now I know why you were chosen for a scholarship. They see that you're going to lose 100% of shot if you don't take it, right? उहाँले भन्नुहुँदैछ कुनै कुरालाई पनि आफू संलग्न हुनबाट कहिले नहट्ने अरे कुनै कुरामा संलग्न हुने तर म हार्छु होला मलाई हुँदैन होला म सक्दिनँ होला भन्ने सोचले कुनै कुरामा हामीले गरिएन भने निश्चित छ 100% तपाईँ हार्नु नै हुन्छ किन अगाडि बढ्ने त उपाय छैन विकल्पै छैन त्यसकारणले कुनै पनि काममा आफूले जाने सक्दो प्रयास गर्ने आफूले सकेसम्म प्रयास गरेर अनि फेल भयो भने बरु के हो भने कोसिस गरेर फेल भयो त्यहाँबाट केही कुरा सिकिन्छ अगाडि बढ्नको लागि बाटो हुन्छ तर कोसिसै नगरिकन फेल भयो भने त त्यसको अर्थै भएन भन्ने कुरा भन्नुहुन्छ र आउने भावी पिँढीलाई त्यही कुरा म सल्लाह दिन चाहन्छु भन्नुहुन्छ Thank you. I have one more question for two of you, then we'll be concluding that one. So, Devi, so I mean, pretty much we talk about it, but maybe for next year, which we're going to have this scholarship thing, right? What do you want to talk about? Do you want to share something about the process and the whole idea for the upcoming seniors for next year, especially from the point of view of Reynoldsburg Education Foundation? And this year we have other two sponsors also. And can you talk about those, how you come up with those groups, other organizations together?
So, for next year, again, we'll just be reaching out in some of the ways that we did this year. But listening to you ladies, gives me some ideas to reach some other students. I think it's really important that, we have seniors, as I said, you are wise beyond your years, to hear the emotion and the advocacy that the two of you share. Just as Boone said, gives me goosebumps and others as well. It inspires us as an adults, which I think is just a testament to the fact that young people can move mountains. I think a lot of times older people think, oh, well, they're still in school, they still have so much to learn and what have you. And we always need to listen to our young people because you have so much to give. And sometimes being a little bit older myself, sometimes we get set in our ways, and it's very important to hear from the youth of today because you are very wise. You have much to offer, and you can move mountains and make change. So that being said, we will continue with this scholarship. This year, we were able to raise the one scholarship was $1,000 to $3,000 this year. Thank you to Victoria's Secret and their generous donations. They live here and work here in our community, and so glad that they've been able to see the beauty that they can inspire in our youth and help as they continue to further their lives and further their education. And we will continue to give as well. And again, also the Reynoldsburg Visitors Bureau, I know will continue in the future. It is my hope that we continue to grow this program. And instead of giving 3 scholarships away, next year, maybe we can give 4 scholarships away and just be able to help impact students' lives. In the United States, college is so very expensive. And sometimes it's cost prohibitive. Sometimes you're going to be repaying those loans for so many years down the road. And so anything that we can do to help students, we're looking for ways, whether that is through fundraisers, connections with businesses in our communities, or we've been approached by one alumni recently and another community member about establishing a very large fund to give scholarships for years and years to come. So we'll continue to partner with the city and help make those dreams come true.
Right. Thank you. मैले उहाँलाई सोधिरहेको थिएँ के गर्नुहुन्छ भन्दा यसपालिको जन्दा 3टा संस्थाहरू मिलेर स्कलरसिप दिएको छ भिक्टोरिया सिक्रेट भिजिटर्स ब्युरो र रेनल्ड्सबर्ग एजुकेसन फाउन्डेसन भएर आउने दिनमा यसलाई निरन्तरता राखिराख्ने समग्रमा भन्नुपर्दा नानीहरू जो यङ भाइ बहिनीहरू छन् उनीहरूले बहुत धेरै कुरो जान्दछन् उनीहरू हाम्रो समाजका एक किसिमको अगाडि देख्न सक्ने दूरदर्शी पनि हुन्छन् तर कति उमेर माथि पुगेका हामी मान्छेहरूले चाहिँ मसिना यिनीहरू भरेर केटाकेटी यिनीहरूको कुरा के सुन्नुपर्छ भन्ने हाम्रो मान्यता रहन्छ उहाँ आफै भन्नुहुन्छ म पनि मेरो माथि उमेर पुगेकाले कतिचोटि मसिना भाइ बहिनी नसिना केटाकेटीहरूको कुरा म नसुन्ने कुरा गर्छु तर त्यस्तो गर्दा चाहिँ हामीलाई जहिले घाटा हुन्छ र मसिना यङ भाइ बहिनीहरूको कुराकानी सुन्नुपर्छ त्यसले अगाडि बढ्न सहायता पर्छ भन्ने कुरा पनि उहाँलाई जागेर चाहिँ मलाई चेतना गराउनु भयो र साथसाथै एलुमनाई भनेको पहिले इरेनसबाट पढेर गएका विद्यार्थी जो अहिले ठुलो काम गर्छन् उनले चाहिँ यस्ता धेरै राम्रा कुराहरू पनि गरेर आउने दिनमा फेरि भविष्यमा स्कुल इरेनसबाट बहुतै राम्रो रकमवाला स्कलरसिप स्थापना गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने विचारलाई पनि अगाडि प्रस्तुत गर्नुभएको छ भन्नुहुँदैछ. All right, thank you. Then last question, which I forget, I was thinking to ask this before this one, but anyway, that's okay. And I'm a host, right? I can ask that one. So maybe I'll ask her from the Mamuna. So Mamuna, can you share with our viewers what you want to do once you were into the college, after college? Can you share a little bit about that one? Then that will be, and anything you want to add, then we'll conclude the today's session.
So my plans right now, I'm not exactly sure which college I want to go to. But I do know I want to major in something probably journalism or business related, or like even international studies. And then my goal is to go to law school. So right now I'm considering medical malpractice since I have that pre-nursing background from my career center, and then also immigration law because I think those are just the two that I'm most passionate about.
Great. Immigration law, right?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to be a lawyer here in our community very soon. That's needed the most at this time, at least in my experience. I don't want to say opinion and now experience. Thank you. उहाँले अगाडि भविष्यमा गएर चाहिँ कुन कलेज जान्छ भन्ने थाहा छैन, तर भविष्यमा म मेडिकल म्यालप्र्याक्टिसको बारेमा त्यसको बारे लयर हुने र इमिग्रेसन एटर्नी हुने उहाँको इमिग्रेसन लयर हुने उहाँको उद्देश्य पनि छ भन्नुहुँदैछ. So Diana, can you share about the same thing? What do you want to do?
Yes, right now my plan is to go to the Savannah College of Art and Design in Atlanta, Georgia, and I would major in either painting or interior design. What I want to do in the future is I want to become an entrepreneur and run my own business. It would be like a multi-dimensional business centered around like studio arts, interior design, event planning, and photography. And yes, that's my plan for the future.
All right. So thank you everyone for coming, finding a time. And I have one more comment here. Great poems. We need this type of poems and speeches nowadays. We felt the need of the king again. Thank you, Tika. Thank you so much. Yes, definitely feel the need of Dr. King again. There are people watching from Bhutan, people from many other Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Harrisburg, everywhere. So thank you. And I just wanted to say thank you to Devi for coordinating this, all our students, and making this possible. Thank you.